What inspires change? What motivates us? It's what's inside that moves us. What moves you? Get the Scion story at scion.com.
Secretary Hagel told reporters while in Seoul, South Korea, that the Pentagon will have to furlough some 400,000 civilians, including 270 on Guam, during the government shutdown. But Hagel says other civilians and all uniformed military personnel, about 6,000 on Guam, are exempt under a bill President Obama signed this week, and they will be paid on time. 500 Guam civilians are exempt from the shutdown and will also be paid on time under the legislation. Meantime, the Secretary says DOD and Justice Department lawyers and the White House are looking at the new law to see if the number of civilians exempt can be expanded. Hagel says those people could then be called back to work. But the Secretary stresses that taking 400,000 civilians out of the mix of everyday planning is going to impact readiness and a mission. He says there's no point in kidding about that. Still, Hagel insists national security will not be jeopardized by the shutdown. Hagel was outspoken about the shutdown, calling it nonsensical, completely irresponsible, and needless. The Secretary argues it casts a very significant pall over America's credibility with its allies. Hagel complains the Pentagon has no budget. It's living under the dark cloud of uncertainty. He says the shutdown affects budget planning for 2015 as the Pentagon faces another $52 billion in sequestration cuts. The Secretary says all this will impact the future of a lot of employees. Senior civilian employees here have raised concerns, he says. Their spouses are not happy. They have families. They ask, how can we rely on a paycheck? How can we rely on a future and a job when this is the way we're treated? Hagel says, I don't blame them. On Capitol Hill, Matt Kay for PNC News.